Question 4 on paper 2 is 16 marks, so it does take a bit of your time and a lot of your consideration. The thing that's most confusing is question 2 and question 4 are quite similar, but there is a difference between them that you must focus on. Question 2, your summary question, is about the subject matter. Question 4 is the writer's interpretation, and that means the writer's opinion on the subject matter. And make sure that you do keep those two questions separate from each other. If we look at question 4, for this question, you need to refer to the whole of source A together with the whole of source B. Compare how the writers convey their different perspectives on the extreme weather conditions. We do have some pointers here as well, so you should pay attention to those. In your answer, you could compare their different perspectives on the extreme weather conditions, compare the methods the writers use to convey their different perspectives, and support your response with references to both texts. When it says you could, it really means you should. Make your point, back it up with a quote, and then analyse the point that you're making. So for question 4, firstly, make your point, a key point from source A. Get your evidence in, a quotation from the text. Now, if you can, also here use a language term to explain your point a little bit better. That will elevate your mark, and you've used language terms before in question 3, the previous question. It will help develop your response there with a good grasp of English language. Explain your point. What are the writer's presentations of ideas, and how do they present those ideas? What is the writer trying and intending to get across to the reader here? And then we have the effect on the reader, and remember that is you are the reader. What is your interpretation of the information that the writer is presenting as their opinion here? Once you have that information, then you can compare it to source B. Here you have to use the whole of the text, so you don't focus on any one specific area. Your points can come from anywhere in the text. So try to find 4 really good points where the opinion of the writer is being displayed, and then you can compare them with the other source. If we look at a student's response for question 4, this one is level 3, it's a clear and relevant response, and we'll be able to talk you through how the mark scheme has been achieved here. So in source A, the writer views the situation with fear. Dickinson has many feelings of fear towards the storm, and we see this especially when he writes, "The apocalyptic vision crept silently and swiftly towards them." This shows a feeling of threat and that they feel very insignificant amongst such treacherous weather. The word apocalyptic is used to suggest the end of the world, and it emphasizes the power of the storm. It also shows that he feels so threatened and terrified of the storm that he thinks he is going to die. The 3 key elements of the mark scheme have all been covered in this paragraph here. We have a clear point, writer's opinion, we have a quotation to back up that opinion, and we have some analysis there of why that point is relevant. The source itself will present to you with opinions. You've got to find those opinions, and once you have those and you can quote them, you can really then focus on your opinion of what you think the writer is saying. The more you can develop your analysis, the higher your potential for your mark can be. We end here with a clear comparison at the bottom there. On the other hand, source B is a far more positive outlook on the snow. What the student has done here is decided at this point that they've made their point about source A, they can compare it with source B because source B is different in its tone. The student has clearly understood an opinion that the writer has given in the text, backed it up with a quotation, given some analysis of it, and compared it. The 4 key skills you need for a level 3 response which is clear and relevant.